We're in the E.T. Wright building and we're doing the annual open house that we do every year. We've been doing it for 20 years, the fourth floor artist. I'm on the first floor and we're doing this show. It's the 19th of November and the 20th. We do this show every year week before Thanksgiving. So I'm showing off these Italian paintings. My wife came in and staged the studio, hung up these paintings in a way that each one had a group. The water lilies on this section, and then the Italian paintings on this section, and the next section has got the birch trees. We'll walk over here a little. Got these birch trees, gorgeous trees. We got people talking in the background. We got a nice flow. 1 second, I gotta just pick something. So then we took all the purple paintings with all the flowers and we arranged them and put them on this wall. So you see the flow. It goes from the water lilies to the Italians to the birch trees and then all the purple flowers. And then the next section will be black and white. We'll walk over here.
Problems with uploading other things, emails and stuff.
The interchange and just talking about how you can carry this into this and this into that.
Now these are the black and whites. These are prints and they're watercolors. And I won first prize at the Plymouth show. There's a ribbon on this particular piece.
Oh, let's get a close-up of it. Let's see what this is.
And the lady says all kinds of wild things about my artwork, which
yeah, this one makes us dizzy.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, it's supposed to be that these are objects that an artist draws. They make it into an object, and then they use it, and then they discard the object, and I take the object after it's discarded, reuse it, make a plate, and then print it and bring it back into an artist rendering again. It's a whole cycle.
Well, there's a lot to look at in this one.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I think it's a nice piece. I mean, it's got this oneness with the circles and the square, and it's a representation of what I think is what our whole life's about.
So you call it transference.
Yeah.
Transference.
It's transferring, it's going from artist's mind to an object and then back to an artist's mind again. So it goes like through this transference of being and then being an image of on paper again.
Well, that's beautiful.
And this is my invitation. This is a little sketch I did for the Pembroke Art Festival in 1987. They used it as the poster for the Pembroke Art Festival. And I found it in the closet a couple months ago, and I decided to make the invitation for this year's show, for myself anyways. They had their own invitation. And so we got this little room. I have some still lifes in here, and some Italian paintings again. These are some of my still lifes and watercolors. And a couple of prints.
So all these are for sale, aren't
Everything's for sale. And everything.
Oh, how do you bear to part with it?
That's the difficult part. Some of them aren't for sale, like this one's not for sale. That
This one
belongs to my
isn't.
wife. Any of these big Italian paintings, they're all hers. So they're not for sale. And there's a whole wall full of flowers. I love painting flowers. A lot of people say, why do you waste your time painting flowers? It's like, because they're happy. Flowers are beautiful. They cheer people up. They make them feel like they're alive. I love to give flowers to the living, not to the dead. I don't believe in sending flowers to wakes. I like to give people that passed and they have something left behind a flower painting, so that at least they have something afterwards. Doesn't go to the nursing home or the dump.
Well, these are beautiful colors.
They're very cheerful and very happy.
It looks like springtime in here, even though outside it's November.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
You really get that lift-up spirit when you look at these particular paintings. The next ones are all ocean scenes, mostly ocean scenes. Some of my daughter's things. They're beautiful charcoal drawings.
Oh, this is your daughter?
Yeah, this is my daughter, Ellen. These are hers. She started drawing when she was 7, like I did when I was 7, and she won a scholarship to Pratt in Brooklyn, New York when she was at Notre Dame. She's 44 years old today, and she does licensed art, which is Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter. Beautiful work. And these are the beach scenes I was talking about, all of these ocean scenes. We're doing these beautiful ocean scenes. This is all Maine. I've fallen in love with Maine. I go up to Maine every year for a week or two, and I go around taking photographs, and I just love the atmosphere in the Maine era, in the way they come out. They're so quiet and peaceful and serene. They have this dreamy feeling. You know, it's just beautiful place to be. Although we have some beautiful beaches too, but we have too many people.
So did you take photographs and then paint these from photographs?
Absolutely. This is called Brooklyn, Maine. It's called Fly Point, Brooklyn, Maine. And it felt like I was standing in Japan when I took this photograph.
Is that the name of a town in Maine?
That's Brooklyn, Maine is the name of the town, right?
Town.
This is a spot.
Oh, Fly Point is a spot.
Yeah, and it's right by the ocean, and it's got this beautiful little two trees, look like lovers or something like that. And it's very, very oriental feeling. So I try to do this surreal like painting with all the little dots and in the rocks and the clouds. It's kind of really another approach to an ocean scene, but I like the feeling of
The
it.
green just jumps out at us.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to grab you, like this one up here, or Pentecourt. No, not Pentecourt. That's Pentecourt over there. This is what's this one? Oh my God, my friend Dave's wife's ashes are there. I'll think of it. Names of the beaches always slip my mind.
It's a beach in Maine you're trying to think of.
Yeah, it's a beach in Maine. It's a very famous beach. Like the lighthouse, and all of these are all Maine. And this last series of paintings.
Oh, here, describe this one here with the yellow house. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is a boathouse. This is in, well, let me think. Port Clyde, Maine. Very famous place. All the artists hang out there. Port Clyde, the mailboat goes out to Monhegan Island. And it's a very beautiful place. Port Clyde is around the corner. I came down this side street and I saw this boathouse. And I said, oh my God, I got to photograph this. And I photographed it and I got to paint it. And I worked on it for a long time. And in fact, I just reworked it again recently. I did the house over a little, made it a little more intense.
You mean you painted it a while ago and then you repainted?
It. Yeah, if I have a painting in my studio, that means it's open season any time to get repainted or touched up again. Sometimes I'll work on paintings for years. I mean, and I just keep at it. I keep going at it. The only time I won't touch another painting is if it's sold. If it's gone, it's gone. And now all of these are the Olsen house. The Olsen house is the house that Andrew Wyatt did Christina's Grove. In fact, there's Christina laying on the ground there.
All right, let's look at
And
her.
all of these paintings are of the inside of the house. And that's a book of Andrew Wyatt's paintings on the table inside the Olsen house. In all of these paintings, the one with the rocking chair and the flowers over here and the geraniums in the window, all of these things are in that house.
So where is this house?
This house is in Maine, and it's part of the Farnsworth Museum. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Oh, I'm still looking at these houses, these house
I
pictures.
don't want you to strain yourself.
Let's see the chair up there.
Yeah,
The wicker
beautiful,
chair.
The wicker chair with the lamp, yeah, and the book. You can tell I had a lot of fun. I mean, I did, let me see, there's 4, 7, 8, 9 of them. So that's a lot of one house for me to paint. But I really fell in love with it. So it's kind of a funky little series. Watercolorist, Mary Calhoun, she's on the...
I'm Mr. Mary Callahan.
Oh, you're Mr. Mary Kellen. How do you do?
Right? Second floor,
Right.
yeah.
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 And,
I'm going to walk you down the hallway so you can get to see. Oh, I want to show you something. Come over here.
we just came back from D.C.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter got married at 11 past 11 on 11.
Oh, everybody's getting
And we
married
went to the
out there.
Hirshon Gallery
Right.
on the mall. Looking at, looking at things like that. And I said, geez, that's just like
This is the beginning of the hallway. The hallway runs from here all the way to the other side of the building. And I'm the only one on this side of the building, so I have the opportunity to hang up a few things. So I
A
come
few
on down.
things. This is more than a few things.
Oh, I know. I think that when I counted, there's like 75 or 80 pieces hanging up. But you come out here to the main hallway, and you get to see what I'm talking about. Because it becomes an extension of my studio, and it just goes on and on and on. And you get an idea of what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do we have enough paintings here?
Yes, we have enough, I think. We have a lifetime of work. Somebody who takes himself serious. And these things go back, this 1986.
Let's look at this one.
Yeah, in 1986, I was doing these geometric paintings and all of these.
Well, this one's, I like this one with the purples.
Yeah, this is called Shattered Dreams. All the angels going through the different layers of eternity and all of that kind of thinking. And this whole series is done in 1984, I think. And
mean this
40 years in the desert.
This peach one here?
Yes,
Is this 40
and-
years in the desert?
Yeah. And
And
this
this-
one here is another. This one's 40 years in the desert. That one's the Star of David.
Okay, so this is the Star of David,
Right.
and this
one's
is 40 years in the desert.
See the little footprints? They're running around 40 years in the desert.
Oh, let's see. There we go. They're getting nowhere fast.
Yeah, here they are right here. The whole line of them. A million people running around in circles for 40 years. And then I got carried away with this contemporary cities, and I did all these particular paintings.
These should stay together.
Yeah, they're kind of fun. They're very whimsical. A lot of windows. The train, the former trains are there. And you see one of that famous building in Boston, over by Faneuil Hall, that little building.
This is the Boston one here, the blue?
Yeah, with the big skyscrapers.
The old State House.
The State House.
Oh,
That's
State
exactly
House.
what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what building that was.
What do we have down here?
These are just different scenes of different places in Boston where there's a whole bunch of buildings. You know, if you're in a certain area, you get all of this clutter. Trains in the area. The higher you go up, the more you see. And there's my people section. Oh, you'll love this.
All right, let's go. Let's go see the
are
people
here-
section.
The people are right here. There's a portrait of me.
Wait a second. All right, can you stand next to it? Let's see.
Yeah, but this was done 40 years ago.
Oh, so
that
there's
was
the young you,
Yeah, this is the very, yeah, because I had no
and there's
gray
the
hair.
handsome, mature you.
Yeah, and I had hair.
You certainly did.
Yes, I had a big mopper here.
Oh, get a little closer to yourself.
This is the new me.
All right.
Got the little goatee. This is the big black beard. This is
Uh-huh.
my wife and daughter. This one here. This one, when she was 8 years old.
So
Now
this
she's
is Ellen?
31. No, it's Gina.
Gina?
My youngest daughter and my wife. And these are all different friends of mine that have done portraits of. And this one here is called the dinner party. The one behind you.
Well,
There's
let me
8 people.
see
in
what's
that
behind
one.
us here.
Look at that. There's my wife and I and a whole bunch of my friends. It's kind of a whimsical painting.
When do we eat?
There you go.
Yeah, it looks like a sit-around party.
Yeah. Well, that was a picture taking thing, so everybody had to sit down and pose. And I decided I'd do a painting of it. It's a fun thing.
Huh.
All right.
All right, who's this woman sitting here with
one
the
here is
necklace?
Vice President of Kodak. She came and bought a couple of my paintings, and I did a painting of her. Her father had just passed away, so she was a little sad. And I never realized I captured that. But, you know, the more I look at the painting, it's sort of an intense feeling. You know, it's she had that concerned look. Who knows? It's just a painting I did. I did that one 15, 20 years ago.
Now, is this one for sale?
Yes, yes, that one's for sale.
Well, this will probably go.
Yeah,
Someone's
someone
going to
might
see
buy
her
that.
face and want her.
Yeah, hopefully. The
Hi,
last,
Jake.
he's done the last. Jay, this
Jay.
is done Einstein, Marilyn Monroe, The Last Supper, and the
Just
baby.
got my son done.
He just did the baby, his son,
So how do you do these?
with a computer.
A
You
bunch
like
of
that?
different software, like 5 different pieces of software that you have to kind of put together to make it happen. I mean, you can do everything from an image like that on wood to, screens and whole walls.
Look at this.
No.
Oh,
Glass
here
on
we
the sign
are.
outside.
Jay's Customs.
There you go.
My goodness. You have to stand back to see the whole thing.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's actually, this would be ideal to see from about 30 feet away. And then,
I can't get over how nice the Last Supper is. Man, beautiful. He does these cutting boards, makes these wine holders. He's really quite creative. He does that. The little sign too, Jay. Huh? That's something new too.
yeah, I did that.